Miracle Luna by Uni and narrated by Mac Rae. I'm going to tell you right now, that narrator was so good. Talk about a good voice actor, for real, for real. I mean, the book was good, okay? But the way anyway, let's just say I was extremely impressed by the narrator. I mean, seriously. Anyway, this book was Wyatt and Riley. And I'm reading quite a few books, so sometimes I get a little mixed up. But this one, I really made sure that I really wanted to make sure that I attended to it. So Riley was, feisty, true alpha, I guess, because alpha parents, mama and daddy, were both alphas who were killed by another alpha who felt some sort of way, and he really wanted to, you know, he was just bad. He was horrible. And so Riley was found and made into a slave, and they didn't know that she was their daughter at all whatsoever. I'm sure if she did, maybe this would have been written differently, but they didn't know, so they made her a slave and they treated her like crap. But the good thing about her is that she did not take a bunch of crap, and you couldn't just treat her like crap. She spoke up. You know what I mean? Things was happening to her. I do like that the book didn't get so in depth of everything that went on with her. It just kind of talked about it a little bit, as the book went on or whatever. It was really interesting because the way that they described Wyatt and her meeting, I had to do the math. Because I was like, right? But we all do what we do in life, right? So in the world of war, according to this writer, and always understand that it is the writer's world and the universe that they create. They can't follow the rules, the laws, or not. That is their business. It is your business of whether or not you want to attend to it, okay? So, apparently they had met when she was like a baby. And then, again at 10, and then that was it. And then all of a sudden, everybody just thought they all were gone. And then it turned out later on that they were not. So it was like fate, because once she received her wolf, who seemed like a real cool wolf or whatever, and then she found out that particular alpha son was her mate. She was like, oh, heck nah, all y'all batshit, and then they said nah, The rejection was mutual, and it was good until, of course, when you reject according to the rules of everybody who be writing, I be reading and listening. You got to say the full name, because if you don't say the full name or the right name, then that rejection ain't true. So she had to say that full thing, but it was kind of like flip mode. You know what I mean? Because she was like, "Hey, yo, blah blah, blah blah, I'm an alpha." And so he was like, wait a minute, you a what? Wait, you a alpha? Heck no, this ain't right. You know what I mean? And then just to find out how the father was just horrible to everybody, and he apparently hated his whole family that he created with a woman that he chose. It was just crazy, okay? That was crazy, but it was well written. So then we get to when all that meeting came, and she, after her birthday, had to be in the regular thing where she's serving and stuff like that. And then you got the spoiled brat sister that come through like, yo, bro, you you ain't nothing, I'm gonna beat you down. And then her and the mama beat her down because she wasn't backing down. And then you got him like, Wyatt come in. We get Wyatt coming in, and he saved the day. Here I come to save the day. He go and do that. And so taking her through with Kendrick, and again, okay. Not everybody has good narrators. This narrator was the bomb.com. I'm telling you, this narrator was so good. He was so good that you ain't had no choice but to be all up in there. When I say that man threw that voice, that man threw that voice. He was throwing that voice left and right, baby, better than I ever think I could do. He was doing it, and I freaking loved it. I mean, at times when he was talking like a woman, baby, I thought he was a whole woman. I was like, who is this? Is this a woman? Is this a man? It was so good. So anyway, he saved the day, and then we go on to the next scene, baby. You just gonna have to read the book. It was good. And then we find out by his father, hey, this is what the elders say, you know what I'm saying? Plot twist. Riley is something else, you know. We must protect her. You know what I mean? And then we get into the ooey gooey, the hot and steamy, okay, after we get her through, you know what I mean, finding out, right? And then, like, for me, I was wondering when she was going to shift. But it turned out well. She shifted with him, with Wyatt, matter of fact. Because it was like, oh, you got to hurry up and do all of this. Because that's what the text say. And only to find out later on, with, you know, he was like, you had to do that. You had to do none of that. I don't know why. I guess it was to protect. It's cool because the way that they had the moon, and I like how Uni didn't like throw Celine in there, the moon goddess or whatever. She like have her in her dreams like, and here I am, and here you are, and how are you, and this with these pink leaves falling all over, and here it's the beautifulest thing you've ever seen. Like, she didn't do none of that stuff in this book. Actually, like, keep in mind this is book 1, by the way, because apparently they wanted to do book 2 all together, but I ain't mad at them because, you know, sometimes people, and then you spend a whole bunch of money and you be wondering, like I done read some real good books and all the way to the point where I'm like, okay, well, this could have been a book 2. This could have been a book 3. Come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then you half doing it because you know, whatever. So they got through the conflict and ended very well. They got through the conflict and ended very well. And, you know, I mean, they got through a lot of stuff. They went through, you know, you got the conflict with the vampire because that's who was after Riley. You got the, they was in Detroit. I'm from Detroit, by the way. So I was like, okay, how y'all in Detroit? What y'all trying to say? We got werewolves and vampires in Detroit. We probably do. I ain't gonna say we don't. Come on now. So that was cool. One thing about the really very successful packs, it seems like they all got corporate businesses and things like that going on, okay? And it just really makes me think politically about a lot of things, just in general, right? But, you know, obviously, if I'm a writer, if I want a hero to be successful, I need my hero to be successful, right? So that's what it is. We got the witches. We got them working with the light witches and the dark witches. Okay. You know what I mean? Oh, I guess we forgave her. Like, oh, wait, whatever. We got the, you know, we got the turning of the humans. Okay. You're going to have to read about it. That was interesting. This is just another book that somebody turned somebody. So that was interesting because, you know, everybody don't touch on that. And keep in mind, when I say turning, I'm saying, like, obviously, you know, a vampire turn a person with the bite. You know what I'm saying? If that's the intent. But then we talking about a werebite, a werewolf bite, a werebite. Because, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, weres can be a werewolf, were-fairy, were-elf, whatever. So, you know, whatever. These are all different realms of the supernatural, blah, blah, blah. You know, read what you like. Get into it if you want. You know what I mean? But anyway, they did that. They also got into cloning. You know what I'm saying? Talking about cloning. Talking about them doppelgangers. You know what I mean? And it's something to really consider. It's something to really think about. That's all I'm saying. You know, of how they did it with the DNA, blah blah, city bop bop. You got bop. You know what I mean? Anyway, all in all, the book was really super good. I was totally into it. It was the best, however many hours and days of my time of reading. I definitely don't and I'm just talking about the first half. This is book one, and I definitely don't regret it. I'm definitely gonna give it a 5 out of 5. I would definitely recommend it. I'm telling you, it just, if you into it, you into it, and just from the narrator alone, I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna be like, okay. I mean, if you really paying attention, you really gonna be like, oh wow. If this is your thing, okay, if this isn't your thing, then you won't have no excitement, and you're just gonna be like, okay, well, whatever. And this is bunk. It is what it is. So everything ain't for everybody. So anyway, get with it. This was good. At the end, it all came to, at the end of this book, it came together pretty dope. I was listening to it on We Hear. I started on Dream, and I went to We Hear. And the reason why is because Dream is actually a little bit more expensive than We Hear. Let me tell you. Although Dream, you could do $199, $599, whatever. It'd probably be better to go ahead and do those higher ones, the $599 and $999 or whatever, versus doing the $199, because you'll be $199 yourself to death. Because what Dream does is they use a lot more coins for the chapters, and sometimes the chapters are really short, so you're booty out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But what We Hear, you're not using as many coins. So if you do your little $4 or something like that, if you're going to do $4, if you're doing your 10 or whatever, you're going to get through more of that book, and it's just going to be worth more of your while. So I started off on Dream, but I went on to We Hear, and I finished the rest of it, because it just made more sense, financially. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want. It's a good book. Get it. Talk to you.